Good morning, traders. It's Chris from the daxtrader.co.uk, and it is Wednesday the 27th, I believe, and the trading disclaimer appears in the description below as usual. Alright, so we're really enjoying this morning's session. It's been busy, we're getting off to a very quick start. I'm into my 5th trade already, and yeah, it's very interesting. So we'll see how this plays out. So the daily chart hasn't really changed that much. We did close higher yesterday. We took out the high the previous day. We've already this morning taken out the high of yesterday, although at the moment we're finding a bit of a bearish reaction. So we'll go and see perhaps what was interesting maybe around this area to see why we found a reaction there. But we'll find out more today about whether or not we're going to be able to challenge the open of yesterday, but also the low of yesterday if it does continue to remain bearish. Alright, so that's the daily chart. Now the 60-minute chart is interesting because we had this minor compression pattern. I say the word minor because it doesn't look particularly compelling, or it didn't. And now that it's broken through it on the candle that I was using, I wonder whether it's actually relevant at all. But really, if we remove that bottom line, it's this upsloping high-to-high trend line that seems to be the trend barrier at the moment, and we've reacted off of that for the third time, making this quite an interesting center line perhaps, if it manages to get through that, maybe another day from today. But right now, really, the key part is that we are bearish below 11,640. This is futures that we're looking at, not CFD. Bearish below 11,640. There is this very small kind of, if you like, minor series of higher highs and higher lows. So you could say in the very short term it's bullish above 11,318 or somewhere down there. We'll see whether that gets challenged today. But overall, in the wider picture, this is still a bearish downtrend. So trend defining level at the moment is still 11,640. So we'll see how this continues. Perhaps we can draw a channel here and we'll see how we respond to that. Try not to trade in the middle of a channel, maybe trade the edges. But I'd like to see this move down towards the lower part of this, if you like, channel that we've just made. Alright, the levels for today are these. We're now challenging the value area low. We've just cut through this low volume zone, so this fast move on price action isn't particularly surprising. If you look at the profile from yesterday, there's this void in here, this low volume area. It's probably going to get caught by this higher volume zone down here. That was a mini value area where the market and the participants were happy to do business there, so you'd imagine that there'll be some value found. And so once it finds that area, it will probably settle there. If it does bounce from that, you know, that would be a bit disappointing for my trade because I'm short. But we'll see. But if it cuts through the value area low, then you would imagine it's going to go off to challenge the point of control over here. Again, get another test on that. Maybe this little zone down here. We've also got this composite value area low from this 5-day moving composite. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a mini bounce from this zone. So this is on futures, so the point of control has already been taken out. What I also found interesting, however, we talked about that at the beginning of the video, is to find out why we found a reaction at this zone. Maybe it could be because of this. This was the point of control from Friday that was missed on Monday and then missed yesterday. Just missed twice, but then today it was taken out and then immediately turned around. So coincidence? Who knows? Or is it just a case of people covering longs, taking their profit? That seems more likely. So if we go and take a look at the CFD numbers, because these are the futures numbers, the CFD will be similar. Then we have these. Let's just zoom in a little bit. It's just a little bit slow at the moment. I've got a few processes going on in the background today. They seem to be eating up my bandwidth. That's quite nice because we are short on the DAX, so I'd like to see that continue. And just break through that value area low, maybe make a move down towards this point of control. I am short on CFD today and not futures. Okay, so what else have we got? Point of control has already been taken out at 4:30. It's the same story that I talked about on futures with this Friday point of control here, and yeah, that might well be one of the reasons why it's turned. So we will see. Okay, so that is what I'm thinking for the levels for today. Let's just go and take a quick look at the trades as well. So for yesterday, 3 trades on Dax. The first one I had was a break-even trade. Seems to be a common theme at the moment that I took a short at 8.04, so this one here, and it got into profit. It was running really nicely, but so I moved my stop loss to break-even, and it took me out of break-even. So oh well, never mind. I'm not interested in taking small winners. I'm interested in leaving my trades on to go for a full profit target. So I'm happy to take lots of small losers because I'm looking to win big, lose small. Okay, so the second trade was a long on Dax, took it at around about 10 to 11, and it was a full target, which was nice. So we got in at 371. Oh, we were looking for 414, and it hit. So we're pleased with that. And the final bullet on Dax, which I took, was another long, around about 2:30, which is not the best time to trade. In hindsight, that was a mistake, probably. But it was a stop loss, so you move on. Alright, so that is for Dax. For today, I mean, I'm not going to put the details on here, but you can see the trades that I've been looking at taking. We're currently short, and loving life at the moment. So we'll see how that plays out. And as for FTSE, 2 trades yesterday, 1 long, or 2 longs in fact. The first long was similar to the Dax, in as much that it got into profit, it ran quite well, but it turned around and took us out at break even. So again, I could have taken some profit early on, but I'm not interested in small winners. I just let the thing run. And then this one was a small loser. It was a buy around about 10 to about the same time as the Dax actually. And that was it. I turned it off after that. And today, this morning, similar situation. Loving that trade right now. That looks like it's going to get very, very close to target. So let's just see if that can get over the line. But we're looking at around about 74 as a target. It's so close. It would be pretty hard to take if that turns around and takes me out at break even, considering it got to within 3 points of a target. But hey, worse things have happened at war. Nothing you can do about it. Anyway, guys, that's me done for today. So I'll be back possibly later with another video to update on the trades. But again, I'll see you tomorrow with another update. Have a good day trading, and take care.